The old stairwell, right? Probably walked up this several 10, 15, 20 times a day. Never thought about how this could be a funnel, right? Well, a grown man enters this stairwell and you're on the other end. It's no different than that hallway. You've got to make a decision. Do you retreat or do you engage? This stairwell, being as confined as it is, I have a headboard here, walls, rail, wooden steps. You've got to be able to get out of this as quickly as you can, because it's not going to be good for either one of you two. So think about this. If you're moving up the stairs, and should nothing be up there except him in your master bedroom, you've pretty much got an easy decision to make. Turn around, go out the front door, go to the neighbor's house, and call 911. Well, let's talk about this. If you're in the stairwell at home, and it's night, and you've heard a noise, and you start to move down the stairwell and you find a guy right here, what do you do then? Well, you can retreat. Go right back up in there. Lock yourself in your bedroom. If you need to gather the kids, you can gather the kids. But if it gets that unfortunate that the guy chases you up the stairs, you've got to draw your line in the sand. Because if my kids are up there sleeping, I'm not going to let anything happen to them. Now, you fellas out there, this is what kills me. You guys think that it's going to happen when you're at home, right? When you're sleeping in your bed, you're going to hear that noise down there, right? Well, if that was the case, you probably already know what you're going to do, right? You've already thought this out. Have you talked to your wife about that? Have you talked to her about her response should you not be home? Let's talk about that for a moment. So for whatever reason, you've decided to come down your stairwell. Maybe you've heard some glass break. Maybe you heard a bump in the night that gave you the willies. Want to come check it out. And standing here at the bottom of the stairs is that animalistic, evil individual who's decided that he's going to take what he wants, when he wants, and how he wants. So maybe this is at night, and maybe you were sleeping soundly with your children right upstairs, and you heard that. So the thought is, from people that I've talked with, mainly women, is that should I encounter somebody in this stairwell, I would turn around, run, grab my kids, go to my bedroom, lock the door, get behind the bed, lock myself in a closet, and call 911. Well, there's not many steps here. And a grown man take off running, he's probably going to get to you before you get outside that little hallway up there. So this is something we need to think about, y'all. This is serious. What are you going to do? You going to turn and run? What I'm suggesting is that within your moral and ethical boundary, that you draw a line in the sand. Somewhere, listen to what I'm telling you, somewhere you have to decide that I will defend what is mine. You can't expect that someone will come and rescue you, because the police times are just not what they need to be. So you may be thinking, well, EJ, I really don't see any way out of this. This is not a good situation any way you put it. It's a very bad situation. But I think that because you're there watching me right now, that you have a desire for that not to happen to you. And so what I'm telling you is, husband, wife, college student, or that great bingo player, decide what you will and won't do. And what you will do, do it. Do it hard. Do it fast. Be committed. There is nowhere to run in a stairwell except back. All right, I hate stairwells. And from a tactical standpoint, stairwells are extremely dangerous. Now, in the military, we take guys at 7 or 8, 9 at a time, and we work a hallway. We'll have guys going to the right, going to the left, guys looking up, guys looking forward, guys taking corners. Now, unless you've just suddenly joined some special operations unit that I don't know about, it's probably just going to be you. Maybe you, your husband or wife. What do you do? First of all, you try not to get in the stairwell. If you can recognize a threat, that allows you to give distance to that threat, which distance equals time, and time equals life. So we call that in the military, we call it time is life situation. A time is life situation. The more time that you can give yourself, the longer you're probably going to stay alive. So, instead of blindly rounding this stairwell, if something goes crash in the night and you just can't fight it, you have to come look. How about round that stairwell and just take a peek before you start committed to come down it? Again, time is life. All right. So here we are in the master bedroom. And we talked earlier about this is where the jewelry is kept. This is where the cash hoards are kept. And this is where a lot of weapons are kept. So a burglar, an individual who wants to come into your home, take what he wants, when he wants, and how he wants, already knows this. So he's going to bypass a lot of things laying around downstairs to get to here. Now, we talked earlier about the daylight guys and the nighttime guys. The daylight guys, they want that TV. They want the microwave. They want the video camera that's sitting out. They want the iPads, the iPods, all that stuff they can liquidate really quick, get some good cash for it, and then they roll out, right? The nighttime guy gets off on watching people suffer while he takes what he wants to take. He's coming here. Are you ready? So let's get a scenario, right? Because this is the typical scenario that I hear about. Husband and wife laying in bed. Wife hears something going on. She wakes up the husband. Hey, honey. There's something going on downstairs. Oh, whatever. You're fine. It's nothing. Crash, bang, boom, whatever goes on downstairs. Oh, man, you're right. Stay here. I'll check it out. How many times have you played that scenario off in your head? You may have already done it twice, 3 times, 4 times, only to find out it was just a dog or it was just somebody coming home late one night, been out drinking or whatever. And it worked out okay for you. But if you know that guy's coming, because what I've already told you, he's coming. He's coming right here. You leave this bed. Your 13-year-old is sleeping next door. Your 8-year-old is down the hallway. You round that corner, and there he is in your stairwell. Did you take anything with you? Did you call 911? What are you doing? No, I'll tell you what's going to happen. The autonomic nervous system is going to kick in. You're going to have a fight or flight moment. You are going to lose all manual dexterity. You're going to have a surge of adrenaline. You will not be able to do this with your fingers. You will get what we call caveman hands. Your vision will lock to tunnel vision. And either you will jet out, run back through the door, honey, call 911, there's someone here, and close the door. And then realize once that surge of adrenaline passes, then you get the next kick. Oh my gosh, the kids are right there. What is mama thinking about? The kids. You think you can stop your wife from jumping up out of this bed and running to stay with the kids? It's not happening. So I've talked to you about making a decision, drawing a line in the sand. That guy has made his decision. He's already eaten. He's already drank. He's dressed. He's wide awake. He has probably texted his buddies, I can't wait to do this. This is going to be awesome. I'm all amped up. I'm jacked up. I'm ready to go. Well, you're sleeping. So without a plan, without a rehearsed plan, you think you're going to get up groggy in your PJs and duke it out mano a mano with this guy? Or maybe I'll just grab my trusty old 45 and I'll take care of him. Buddy, I hope that works out for you. I really do. But there's a whole lot of other considerations that go on into just whipping out the old 45, the old grandpa shotgun. Maybe you've bought a new assault rifle. You think, I'm going to use that for home defense. And now you're going to bring that to the fight. There's a lot of things to consider. Have you gotten training on that? Do you know how to manipulate that weapon when something malfunctions? Because what's going to happen? The minute you have an issue, he's going to close with. And he's going to destroy you. There are a lot of unfortunate things that go on in this world. And this is an unfortunate reality. But as you lay here in this bed, as you've done many, many nights before, where you've had pillow talk with the wife, where you've discussed personal matters, you maybe even shed a tear together. You're going to leave this without a plan, and you're going to take on a violent criminal. You need to get your mind right. You need to rethink this and develop a plan. This bedroom leaves nowhere for you to go. And should he make entrance into this bedroom, your line in the sand has already been crossed. Decide today what you're going to do. Are you going to go get proficient in some type of firearm? Or maybe you're going to go learn hand-to-hand combat. Maybe you're going to be one of the guys that goes to learn how to do knife fighting. Okay? How many times have you heard this scenario? Don't bring a knife to a gunfight? Well, we all know how that works out. If time is life, give yourself time. A plan will give you the time. Don't lay in bed tonight and wait for somebody else to set up a plan for you. It won't happen. How many times have you rolled out the side of the bed? How many times have you moved outside that door only to have nothing happen? Complacency builds up. Guys, what we're doing here is trying to save a life. You know, we've got pictures of our loved ones here beside our bed. We would do anything to save them. And most of us would lay down our life for them. It doesn't have to come to that if you have the right training, if you'll develop a plan, if you'll talk with your family about it. And then when it comes time to act, act. Get out there and do something. Yeah, it's dangerous. It really is. It's serious. It's downright emotional. It's real emotional, guys. But it'll be even more emotional standing over a coffin. It'll be even more emotional should you survive living with yourself, playing the what if game. What if I had just done this? What if I had just done that? See, that criminal, he's already thought about what he's going to do. He's already planned it out. Where are you at? All right, so I've thrown a lot at you about mindset. But it's very important that you understand what you're dealing with. You know, we, on the military side, the tactical side, we have groups of guys who do nothing but study the mindset of the enemy. There's nobody else there doing that for you, the modern day criminal. You're just hearing about what happens after the fact. So I think it's important that we shed some light on what they're thinking, what they're willing to do, and how that relates to what plan you enact. Now you say, EJ, I don't have a plan. I don't know what to do. I hear you, I understand, but I don't know what to do, and I want to know. Well, I'm going to give you a plan. I'm going to give you a checklist of things that you can do, ways that you can prepare your house. I'm going to give you some scenarios that you can run with your family so that tomorrow night, you're better prepared to handle anything that may come better than you were tonight.